Have you ever felt completely lost? Truly at rock bottom, with no clue how to even start climbing back up? Yeah, I've been there. That's a big reason I wrote the book this is all based on. So today, we're not just going to talk about fuzzy motivation. We are building a real step-by-step blueprint to rebuild your life from the ground up. You ready? Let's get into it. This idea right here, this is the foundation for everything we're about to talk about. See, it's not about waiting around for some magic moment or for the world to change for you. It's about realizing that you are the one with the power. You are the catalyst. So this is for anyone who is just done with the excuses and ready for real actual steps to take back control. So here it is. This is our roadmap. We're going to walk through 5 core stages that I cover in the book. Now each one builds on the last, designed to take you from that feeling of being stuck, of being totally overwhelmed, to being the one in the driver's seat of your own life. Let's start with what's honestly the toughest one, facing the truth. All right, step 1, and I'm not going to lie to you, this is often the hardest part of the entire journey. It's the place where most people just give up before they even start. It means you have to stop running, take a deep breath, and look at your life with complete brutal honesty. No judgment, no excuses, just what is. Here's a truth that feels backwards but is absolutely essential. When you're at your lowest point, comfort is a trap. The last thing you need is more comfort. What you actually need is clarity. Because you see ain't build lasting change until you stop running from the truth and finally decide to own every single part of your story, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I want you to ask yourself this question right now. Seriously, what are you truly afraid to admit? Even just yourself. What's that one thing you keep pushing down, hoping it'll just go away? Saying it out loud, it's not about shame. It's the moment you find the key and unlock the door to real freedom. And let's go a little deeper. Where have you compromised who you really are? Think about all the times you said yes when every fiber of your being was screaming no. Every time you did that, you were basically voting for a life you didn't actually want. Figuring this out isn't about blaming yourself. It's about spotting the pattern so you can finally break it. And this is the shift. This is the whole game right here. You go from feeling like a victim, like a puppet being pulled around by your circumstances, to becoming the architect of your own future. You stop blaming everything and everyone else, and you start building. This isn't just some nice thought. It is the exact moment your entire life can change direction. Okay, so once you've faced the truth, it's time for step 2, clearing the path. I want you to think about it like you're trying to plant a garden. You can't grow anything new and beautiful until you pull out all the weeds, right? We have to create space for the new you to actually grow. Now I want you to really look at this definition of distraction. We all immediately think of our phones, but it is so much bigger than that. What are the real distractions in your life? Is it a relationship that just drains your energy? An old habit that keeps you small? These are the silent killers of progress. This really says it all, doesn't it? On one side, you've got scattered attention. That's like trying to fill a bucket that has 100 tiny holes in it. You're pouring in all this effort, but nothing ever fills up. But on the other side, you have focused energy. That's a fire hose. It's powerful, it's directed, and it makes things happen. Which side of this chart feels more like your life right now? So here's the real question. What are you willing to let go of? Take a hard, honest look at this list. I'm going to challenge you right now. Pick one thing, just one, and decide you're going to eliminate it this week. Remember, your focus is your most valuable currency. It's time to stop spending it on things that give you zero return. All right, you've done the internal work. You've started clearing out the external clutter. Now for step 3. This, my friends, is where the rubber meets the road. It is time to do the hard work. It's time to finally turn and face the things you have been actively avoiding. Just let that sink in for a second. The life you re-dreaming of is literally waiting for you on the other side of the things you most scared to do. Avoidance feels safe. It feels like a cozy blanket, but it's really a cage. Every single time you lean into that discomfort, you're not just getting a task done, you're building confidence. You're building resilience. You're building a new you. But okay, how do you actually do the hard thing? It's not about just gritting your teeth and using willpower. That stuff runs out. You use a system. And this is my simple 4-step process. First, break it down into the tiniest first step. You need a blueprint for your days. I mean, look at the difference here. We've all had that day without structure, right? It feels chaotic. You're constantly putting out fires. You're reacting to everything. And you end the day totally exhausted, but with nothing to show for it. But a day with structure, it feels calm. It feels intentional. You end that day knowing that you made progress on what actually matters to you. And this is the big paradox that so many people miss. They think structure is a cage, that it limits their freedom. It's the exact opposite. Structure creates freedom. It's the ladder that helps you climb out of the hole. It's the sturdy boat that helps you navigate the chaotic ocean of life instead of just being tossed around by the waves. And that leads us to our final and maybe the most important step. You can't do all of this hard work and then just stop. Rebuilding your life isn't a project that has an end date. It's a lifelong commitment to continuous growth. It's about making the decision to always be leveling up. It really is as simple as that. The person you are today, that person cannot create the life you want tomorrow. You have to evolve. Growth isn't some event that happens to you. It becomes your identity. It's a choice you make every single day to refuse to settle for good enough when you know deep down you are capable of so much more. So how do you make this real? Well, you start by raising your own standards. You get intentional about the people you spend your time with. You become a lifelong learner. You start to see discomfort not as something to avoid, but as a sign that you're on the right track. And this one is crucial. You have to be willing to let go of the person you used to be to become the person you were always meant to be. And I want to be really clear about this. This isn't about erasing who you are. It's about chipping away all the junk, all the stuff that isn't really you, to reveal the powerful person who was there all along. This is the ultimate reward for all that hard work. So let's bring it all home. Here's the final takeaway. Your story is not over, not by a long shot. And you are holding the pen. This journey of rebuilding never really ends. And that's the most beautiful part. You always have the power to write the next chapter. So my question for you is, what is the first sentence of your next chapter going to be? Leave a comment below and tell me the one small step you're going to take today after watching this. Let's start building together.